What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire speculation video, or analysis video really, looking at Mega Salamence today. We're looking at its typing, I guess, which hasn't changed actually, but you guys, we'll see you'll see when we get onto it. So yeah, typing, moves, stat boost, abilities, stuff like that, which we'll be analysing the whole of Mega Salamence, looking how it might be useful in game, and also in competitive as well. So I guess we'll just jump straight into this. So first off, obviously Mega Salamence here. Dragon Flying type, keeping the same typing as it was in its normal form. So being Dragon Fly, it gets stab moves. So the moves that get stab are Dragon Claw, Dragon Tail, Dragon Rush, Outrage, then we have Dragon Pulse and Draco Meteor, and then finally Fly and Aerilate. So you see the majority of those are Dragon type moves. It gets a lot of Dragon type moves, including obviously physical, you got Claw, Tail, Rush, Outrage, that's it. So the 4 of those. And then obviously 2 special ones as well. Salamence is mainly physical, but it can be run as mixed. But I think when you run as mixed, you run physical dragon moves. But I'm not too sure. I've never really run a mixed Mens myself. But you guys get the idea there. So it's mainly physical. Obviously, the only flying type moves it has there are physical. Fly and Aerilate. So Fly, it's not very good at all because it's a 2-turn move, so that's not brilliant. And Aerilate is not very powerful. It's only 60 base power. It does have 100% accuracy all the time. It's always going to hit, but really the lower accuracy, the lower power is really going to hurt you in the long run because, well, it's not going to do much damage to the opponent. Is it? You're much better off just running a Dragon Claw or Dragon Tail. And obviously you have fire type moves for grass types, bug types. What else is flying through? Fighting types are obviously the only thing you don't get. So yeah, that's sort of, those are the stab moves there. It doesn't get a brilliant stab in terms of flying at least. But Game Freak, being the nice helpful people they are, they gave us I guess an alternative or a boost. The ability for Mega Salamence is not Aerilate. I always say Aerilate, it's Aerilate. Aerilate, because there's no second L. There's 2 A's, but there's no, I guess, third A in the middle. Anyway, Aerilate. So, what does Aerilate do? If you guys didn't know, Mega Pinsir also has the same ability. It turns normal type moves into flying type moves. So this remedies Mega Salaменce's absolutely terrible flying type stabs. As you can see there, Fly and Aerilate are the 2 moves it has. Fly is physical and does 90 damage but takes 2 turns. And Aerilate is physical and does 60 damage. So, what normal type moves does Mega Salamence get that are obviously affected by Aerilate? The list here is, we have Headbutt, which is powerful, pretty powerful at least, and it's going to be doing possible flinching as well. Double Edge is very powerful, but obviously recoil. Hyper Beam, powerful but recharge. Return, powerful, or pretty powerful depending on happiness. Facade, Facade is the actual one, not Facade, not Facade, Facade. Facade, very powerful, but only really if you have poison, a status of infliction, etc. Giga Impact, very powerful, especially Mega Salamence, but obviously, unfortunately, again, recharge turn. Then we have Strength I've included here. It's reasonably powerful, not amazingly powerful, but reasonably. Then we have Hyper Voice, a special move, which is rare to see on Salamence, as we saw, well, when Dragon, I guess, I'm not sure. And then Body Slam is the final one here, and another physical move. So, let's compare all the powers of these moves to the powers of Fly and Aerilate. So, obviously, as well as Aerilate making normal type moves into flying type moves, it increases them by 30%. So, that's that's reflected in my measurements here, I guess. So, Headbutt is going to do 91 damage and it's physical. Double Edge does 156 and it's physical. Hyper Beam is special, does 195. Return, physical, does 133. Facade does physical 182. Giga Impact again physical, same power as Hyper Beam at 195. Strength physical 104. Hyper Voice special 117. And then Body Slam finally physical 111. So we can see some very powerful moves here. So the most powerful, let's look at the physical moves first. The most powerful physical moves obviously Giga Impact, except it's not used very much in competitive because of your recharge turn, so we can scratch that out. Next, most powerful is Facade, which is only actually useful if you have a status infliction, and because we have to have a Mega Stin on Salamence, we can't orbit, so we can't actually set it up like that, unfortunately. So unfortunately, that's not very viable. Either you can run it, and then the chance you get poisoned or whatever, that'd be very powerful for you, but unfortunately, it's not very reliable, I guess. Next down from the list, from 182, is Double Edge at 156, very powerful as well, except we have recoil to think about there, so again, that sort of cancels out, I guess you could say, it maybe makes you people want to use it less, I guess. I don't have to explain it, but you guys get what I mean. Then down from that is Return at 133. Below that we have Body Slam at 111, and then finally down to I think Strength is next at 104, and then finally Headbutt at 91. So Headbutt probably won't be used too much. I just included Headbutt because of the fact that it was there, I guess. I wanted to include it on the list for the sake of it. Next up, obviously Strength. Strength probably won't be used much at all either, because Body Slam is then more powerful than it, and there's no, it's not like Body Slam has lower accuracy or recoil or anything, so you may as well use Body Slam. Body Slam actually has a chance to paralyze, so you may as well use that over it, which is going to be very good. Next up from that, though, is Return at 133. So Return is probably going to be most used, to be honest, because it does the most damage, obviously. Then it doesn't have any drawbacks like having to be poisoned, or having to rest a turn, or having recoil. So it's the most powerful for the least damage in return, I guess. If you could say it in that way, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Okay. Then the two special moves we have, obviously Hyper Beam is the most powerful, but obviously recharge turn, so you can scratch that. So you have Hyper Voice, 117 power, which is pretty good. It's not bad at all. 117 power gives Mega Salamence access to a special flying type move as well, which is good for mixed ments, because you could run it in, you could even try a special Mega Salamence having Hyper Voice. You could have Hyper Voice, Dragon Pulse, Flamethrower, and then finally something else. I'm not sure what else Mega Salamence gets particularly, but you guys get what I mean there. You guys get the idea. One other thing I feel like it's worth mentioning. Obviously, move tutors are going to make a return in Auras. It's not confirmed, but I'm calling it now. They're going to make a return. Probably at the Battle Frontier would be my guess. Who knows though? So possibly Mega Salamence could get access to another move. Another North type move. This is coming out of the blue. It's not like I'm saying it's going to be this or whatever. But Extreme Speed. Extreme Speed, guys. I feel like Mega Salamence could possibly get it, or Salamence could get it on its own. This does physical damage at 104, so slightly more power, or same power as Strength actually, but obviously priority is a thing. We don't know how fast Mega Salamence is going to be. Obviously we're looking a bit at that in the stats in a minute. But obviously if Mega Salamence isn't amazingly fast, Extreme Speed could be something to look at rather than running Return or whatever. So it will be, we'll have to see how it it pans out in terms of stats. As I just mentioned about stats, I think it's time we looked at the possible stats for Mega Salamence. These are my predictions, okay guys? We are told it has I think, I don't know what, its defense soars. That's what we're told for Mega Salamence. Its defense soars. That's the exact phrase used. So, what could that mean? Anyway, so Salamance's base stats are health points 95, attack 135, defense 80, special attack 110, special defense 80, speed rather 100, giving it a base stat total of 600. So you can see it has a very high attack stat and a pretty decently high special attack stat too. Its defenses are alright, its health points is pretty good, and its speed is pretty fast too, which is quite nice. Obviously, getting a total boost of 100 over all the stats, as for all the other Mega Evolutions, we can predict some here. Okay, so health points have to stay the same, guys, as you guys know by now, so they go to 95. Attack, let's say a boost by 10 to 145. Defense, now the defense soars, so we don't know how big the boost is going to be here, but I'm predicting a boost of 40, so defense rising to 120, because it needs a decent defense rise, otherwise it's not going to soar, is it, exactly. So defense go to 120. Special attack, I've given a boost of 30 to bring it up to par with attack. So, attack is 145, special attack is now 140, because I feel like Mega Salamence is going to be mixed, because I don't think we're told its special attack rises. Maybe we're told both the attack and special attack rises too. Who knows? I don't know, guys. But that's what I'm sort of predicting here, this sort of boost there to 140. Special defense, I'm just predicting a 10 boost here, not a huge amount of boost, because you can't give too big a boost, because then what's the point in having the defense being, it's going to soar if the special defense is going to be exactly the same, I guess, if you guys get what I mean there. Speed, now we're told that Mega Salamence flies at high speed, so I'm assuming it's not going to have a speed drop, so I've put a speed increase of 20 here. I'm not sure if it's going to increase, it might stay the same. I'm not sure how this big single ring actually helps out much, it might actually make it slower, might just sort of not increase the speed at all, so it might be stuck at 100. If that were the case, maybe you have an extra 10 on attack, maybe an extra 10 on defense, who knows. The reason I didn't put attack any higher than 145 is because you know what else has an attack of 145? Mega Lucario. Obviously Mega Lucario has adaptability, so that sort of makes it even more OP, but Mega Lucario is pretty powerful anyway, so I didn't want to increase it even higher than that, just in case it was too implausible for Mega Salamence to have that sort of stats. Obviously then base stats of 700 overall there. I think that's a pretty good spread I put there. I'm not sure really, maybe the speed increase not as high, maybe just 10 or maybe just 0, and then maybe a bit extra on special defense or defense maybe as well, you know, having it rise by 50 rather than 40, who knows. That's sort of just what I've got there. There could be, we don't know, we have no idea guys. All we know is defense soars, and we can assume attack and special attack and rise too. That's all we know. So yeah, that's it for the stat change section guys. Let me know down below if you think you know, there's going to be any different stats from what I've put there. Finally, we are going to be looking at other viable moves that Mega Salamence could have, so obviously it's looking at competitive viability and how it could be used around here. Just got a big list as you can see. We've got Fire Fang, Thunder Fang, Zen Headbutt, Crunch, Roar, Toxic, Roost, Earthquake, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Stone Edge, Rock Slide, Dragon Dance, Hydro Pump, Aqua Tail, Heat Wave and Iron Tail. So there's a very long list there. I'm just going to go down the list quickly and sort of talk about each move individually. First up, Fire Fang and Thunder Fang, bit more coverage for a physical set if they were going all out physical. Same with Zen Headbutt and Crunch, just more coverage really. Then we have Roar, Toxic and Roost. Now, because the defense rises, we could see Mega Salamence becoming a defensive Mega Evolution, or could be used as a defensive Mega Evolution as well as an offensive Mega Evolution. It could go either way guys, which could be interesting. And obviously if it is able to be used defensively, we could have Roar, that would be helpful because it could stop people setting up on you. Toxic would help you stall out pretty much. Roost will help you restore your health points, that's very good there. And obviously removes your flying type turn, which could, you know, get rid of some weaknesses like you know, weaknesses like rock, you know, could lower his ice weakness, stuff like that. Then we have Earthquake, which is physical, so obviously Earthquake's will be powerful there if they're a physical set. Flamethrower, Fire Blast, 2 powerful fire type moves, both special, so very viable on a mixed immense or a special set. Then we have Rock Slide and Stone Edge, known as Rock Slide, etc. Bit more coverage there guys if someone wanted to run Rock Slide or Stone Edge on their Mega Salamence, who knows. Then we have Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance is going to be powerful for Mega Salamence. It's going to be powerful. If it's not that fast, obviously Dragon Dance is going to remedy that with 1 or 2 uses, and obviously it's going to boost its attack up even higher. So watch this space guys, I think that's going to be very powerful. Watch out for Dragon Dance and Mega Salamence. Hydro Pump, another possible move for a special set to counter, you know, fire types maybe, who knows. So as I was talking about a special set earlier, maybe you have Dragon Pulse, Hyper Voice, Fire, Flamethrower and Hydro Pump. That would be a pretty good set I think, in my opinion. That would work quite well. Aqua Tail, physical water type move, so another possibility for it to get on the physical set there. Heat Wave, another possibility on the special set, or a mixed set is probably better. Actually no, Heat Wave is not, I'm thinking of Overheat for the mixed set. I don't think Mega Salamence gets Overheat, but Heat Wave is another possibility rather than Flamethrower. Obviously it's more powerful than Flamethrower. Bit less accuracy, but not as powerful as Fire Blast, but more accurate than Fire Blast, so you could run it. Obviously it hits both Pokemon in double battle too, so that could be good. Finally we have Iron Tail, which could be a good move to carry for fairy types in this generation guys. You might want to think about putting that on your Mega Salamence in case they send in a Sylveon, you know, Iron Tail that thing out of there, or even obviously if you're using Roar, stuff like that. As I mentioned guys, yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for Mega Salamence guys. That's all the speculation and analysis I have to do for the moment. Let me know down below what you think of its ability. Is it a good ability for Salamence? Does it, obviously the fact that it remedies the fact it has no flying type moves, is that good? Or do you think it should not, you know, it should be something different or whatever? Let me know down below in the comment section guys. I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye my friends.